Meteorologist Bobby Deskins here on our Monday afternoon, just before 2 o'clock. And yes, that is rain on the radar. How about that? It has been some time. In fact, that's actually a pretty good little thunderstorm or two now in north central and northwestern Hillsborough County. You can see that moving up through Carrollwood, just moved up through the West Chase area up towards Odessa. Moving into Pasco now with some rain, but that's going to be getting heavy there along Highway 54 in southern Pasco County. There's a chance for some small hail in that storm as well, too. You can see our radar here is actually saying that there is a little bit of hail in there. It's not huge. Let's look at this, see if it's showing anything now. Nothing. Just kind of starting right now, but definitely some very heavy rainfall. And if you look at this right here, this looks like probably a little bit of a hail core right over top of Van Dyke Road and Gun Highway. This is just northwest of Citrus Park Mall, up towards the Lutz Lake Fern Road area. You can see that's here just to the north of it. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what tells us. Yeah, that could be a little bit of hail right in there. So keep that Gun Highway area there in northwest Hillsborough, going north especially of Van Dyke. That's going to be up towards TPC and Cheval eventually too. It's kind of drifting all off towards the north. This again is drifting kind of northeastward. We'll do that. We just got a new scan in. That's a really good reflectivity there, moving towards Cheval. And that'll end up in towards the Land O'Lakes area as well too. Further to the south and the east, it's kind of really developing just north of Busch Gardens. Right now though, if you've got friends or family out there, they've got issues with lightning. That's just, let me measure this for you. Busch Gardens here, lightning is within about 2 to 3 miles, 2.5 to 3 miles. So in that case, they shut down all the rides. I think their limits are 6 miles for water rides and small rides, and 10 miles for the large rides. And so that means, yeah, the lightning's too close for them to be operating that right now. But this will pass. It'll be moving to the northeast, out towards Orient Park and the fairgrounds area. We're seeing that rain cross I-4 right now and start to develop as well. A little bit bigger picture. There's not as much into Pinellas County. This is kind of forming on what's been a little bit of a sea breeze line developing. And I really think the best chance throughout the rest of the afternoon is going to be for these areas just inland from the coast. So Pinellas, yeah, we do have a chance for some rain, but the better chance is going to be the bay eastward into eastern Hillsborough. And of course, you can already see it developing out in parts of Polk County right now. So that's where we're at right now. Let me give you a bigger picture here so you can see all of this. The system's coming across the Gulf of Mexico, and it's weakening a little bit, but we've seen quite a few showers and storms fire up out here just the last few hours or so. So this is a little bit of a low developing, and it'll just continue moving off towards the east. No development or anything like that expecting, but that's extra lift in the atmosphere, and that should help give us pretty good coverage of showers and storms this afternoon. Temps lower 80s. We're cloudy, and now we've got rain coming through. We're not going to warm up much more than this. 86 though is one of our warm spots in Lakewood Ranch. Here's the forecast model saying as we go through the afternoon hours, we continue to see some storms forming here in Hillsborough, and I think that's pretty legit. This is all the way through 5:30. It's not going to rain the whole time, but we're going to see it start and fall apart, and start and fall apart, and then kind of move off to the north and the east. But you see it right along the immediate coast. It's still relatively dry, including Bradenton and Sarasota. And then by the time we get towards 7:30 tonight, we're watching the Lightning game right out at Amalie. That's there. In the model saying the better chance for rain is in eastern Hillsborough, really out in the Polk County. So this model says we're actually looking pretty good. Now let's go ahead and look at our high-res model here. It's got the rain developing now, but see this, 7:30, 8 o'clock? That's Amalie Arena. It still has 1 or 2 storms trying to pile up. And that is a trend that's been going on since early this morning. So nothing's really changed. This model's run multiple times, but we do have to keep that in there. I think I have about a 20 to 30% chance out at Amalie for folks watching the game outside. Now, see all these storms over here on the East Coast? They're going to be along the strong side, and that includes Highlands County, right? In fact, let's back this up. Keep an eye out on Polk County here at 5 o'clock. See those? Those could be some strong storms. And then you get out into eastern Polk County. Look at that explode and move off towards the East Coast. Odds are we're going to get some severe thunderstorm warnings, if not for eastern Polk County, but certainly east of there over towards the East Coast. And we're going to have to watch Highlands County. The threat today really is gusty winds and small hail. So we'll be, of course, here in the Weather Center tracking that for you. And then you see as we go through the overnight hours tonight, that's just past midnight, 1 a.m., things tend to fall apart. So as far as the Maple Leafs at the Lightning game tonight, go Bolts. Small chance for rain. I think the better chance really is going to be in this 7:30 to 8:30 time frame. Still an isolated shower as you get out, 9:30, 10:30, but I think it's going to be okay. Now, that's the severe weather threat for the day. The Storm Prediction Center says now it's a 2 out of 3 for this area, mainly southeast Florida, right? Especially West Palm up almost towards Cape Canaveral. But that does kind of clip us. And they have raised this threat level just a little bit. This morning it was at a 1 for all of this area here. This afternoon they bumped it up. They added this yellow here saying, hey, yeah, these storms have a slightly better chance of getting on the stronger side. So that's, again, while we'll be watching this area. And you saw the forecast model kind of pick up on this area as well, too. So we'll keep an eye on that for you. Forecast otherwise is going to show kind of scattered showers along the coast. It's hit and miss. Newport Richey, maybe. Better chance northeastern Hillsborough County, eastern Pasco County. Much better chance there. Much better chance for northern Polk County, Winter Haven. Even Lakeland, pretty decent chance for some showers and storms. But certainly out in the east parts of Polk County and Highlands County for this afternoon. Now look at this. We've got a big trough in the eastern half of the United States. And as a result, well, here, let me show you this first. We'll come back to that. See that trough sitting up there? It is slowly going to shift eastward, but because of where it's sitting, all the storm, look at Denver. You see that? Look at the storm track coming down across Oklahoma and Texas, and then across the deep south. And so instead of those storms kind of moving from the Texas area up towards Maine, they're actually moving from Texas almost to Georgia, almost to Florida, right? And that takes us through this weekend. In fact, this is a frontal boundary that you can see. Maybe I can see if I can draw it. This right here is the frontal boundary. All right, so this is Monday morning, 5 a.m. That means Sunday we're clearing things out already here in Tampa, right? Finally, that front's going to come through in this direction and clear us out. That means cooler, drier air is coming in behind it, okay, behind that low pressure. So we have an unsettled week ahead because of, I'll back this up and play it again, because of these systems coming through here. But we need the rain. I mean, the drought is really bad for parts of this area. So we're not really complaining about at least chances for rain, right? Better chance obviously be up in the Georgia and the Carolinas, but we're gonna have some decent chances here. Now back to that coverage map, and you can see I went about 40% today. I had it higher this morning, but I think most of it's gonna be east of Tampa. And then you look at tomorrow's 40%, it's very similar. Either way, inland locations, Polk, Hardy, DeSoto, Highlands, much better rain chances over the next couple of days. Tuesday and Wednesday, yeah. But notice Thursday and Friday, much better coverage. The timing we're going to have to look at, that may change. Most of what I've seen so far is suggesting that the rain is in the latter half of the day into the evening hours. And that bodes well when you heat things up to give you a little bit of energy, but that's not always going to be the case. So we'll keep an eye on that for you. Look what the temperatures do because of the clouds and the shower chances. So yeah, trying to get warm tomorrow and Wednesday because we'll be a little bit drier, especially along the coast. But then Thursday we warm up before the rain gets here. Friday is going to be a lot like today, to be honest with you. And then you can see the cold front coming in Saturday night and the Sunday morning. And so Sunday will probably start in the low 70s, but just not go very high into the upper 70s, near 80 maybe. But it's also going to be a lot drier in this period too. Sunday into Monday, look at the dew points. See that? That's going to feel nice. Because right now the dew points are in the mid to upper 60s. It's a little bit on the sticky side. By late Thursday and Friday, it's going to be warm. It's going to feel real muggy out there. Almost kind of summertime, almost. Won't be that hot, but it'll definitely be muggy. And then once we get the front through here, mid-morning looks like now on Sunday, although that timing is going to change. It's so far out. That will bring in that cooler, drier air. And hopefully that holds. This is still so far out in time that this cool, dry shot might not be as strong. And that's kind of the time of the year that we're at, right? Getting near the end of April here. It's tougher to get these kind of good cold fronts that bring nice dry air in here this time of the year. And you're just getting warmer anyway. So we'll see if that can make it all the way through. There it is, guys. There's the 7-day forecast. You notice those rain chances pretty decent every day this week. That is fantastic. We will take that. Before I let you go, let me show you this drought monitor here, and you can see what I'm talking about as far as extreme drought for most of Pinellas, northwest Hillsborough, central Hillsborough, and almost all of Pasco, Hernando, and Citrus counties. And that's the driest in the state right now. And that just came up. We had 1% last week. That's up to 5% right now. So definitely appreciate all of the rain, any rain really that we can get. So if you've got rain dances, you got all that kind of stuff out there, do them. We'll take those. We will take those for sure because we could use it. Mosquitoes are starting to come out. We've been doing stories on it this week, next week. It's kind of the time of year and everything. So when we get some of this rain here, make sure you go around your house and empty out all those containers on the side that could be holding any bit of water, because we want to get ahead of that as soon as we can, right? All right, that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. Have a great Monday afternoon. Again, we'll be here in the Weather Center. A couple good thunderstorms out there, some rumbles of thunder. That'll make it feel a little bit more like summer. Natalie will be in this afternoon and this evening to keep you covered there. Of course, I'll be at home, but I'll keep an eye on it from that point. And then I will see you tomorrow morning. I'm morning show all week this week and noon. So I'll be up dark and early to see you there on the morning show on Channel 10. All right, guys, have a good one.